just finishing up some code here really quick. 1 second. How's your week gone?
So. What about yours? For some reason, I thought that we weren't having it today.
No, I think it might be the next 2 weeks.
Oh.
But
this is work related, or this is your...
This is work related. I just want to finish up the thought. So sorry about that.
No, that's cool.
Oh my gosh. Why is that not? So they did the call for speakers for one of the conferences I like. I'm thinking I should try to submit to it this year, even though I don't know what the hell I would talk about. I feel like I need something to bring me back to ground level in software.
Yeah. Well, 90% of the talks are going to be AI. I'm so AI fatigued.
I know.
Like
the yeah, it sucks, but it actually came up second in the response survey for it. So I got the email this morning, and the response survey, or like the response survey. I'm like, my brain's crossing streams right now. In the interest survey, AI actually came in second to architecture as being like the top thing, which is really interesting. I am almost got this done. Everything looks green. Good. All right, done. That thing. So the one's actually in your old backyard. This conference, which is Code Mash.
It's in that Sandusky?
Yeah. I spoke at it a really long time ago. Now. But I always kind of wanted to go back to it.
You know what? How do I do this? Present or invite, share screen. How I say share screen? Let's say entire screen. This is for 25 or 26?
For 26. I don't know if they've put it in the announcements yet.
It's a Ruby conference.
Oh, it's in everything. Yeah, I caught that actually. If you Google it, it scanned it at that moment. So when you look at it, it says Code Mash is a Ruby conference, but it's a general conference. It's not a Ruby conference. I mean, it is, but it's also a lot of other things. So, what the hell?
Why does that look like Lego?
They have a theme every year that like they do. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the actual email that I got this morning from them, so I can show you the interest survey.
So you said that you would consider speaking, you just don't know what you would speak about?
Yeah. Although I should check the dates on it. It's when 13th
You all
through 16th.
speakers.
It's in the middle of ice fishing season though. But I guess if I were to try to get in and I if I don't, whatever.
Why do I not recognize any of these people?
Yeah, I don't know. They do try
I guess it's a new generation or something.
Yeah. Oh, here's the. I don't know why it's not on their like blog yet, or is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Call for speakers. Why didn't I see it the first time we went through? I recognize Elvin Ashcroft and Ard Dillis and Arthur Doler and
I don't recognize anybody. You know what's interesting? I don't see any Indians. Oh, I know Chris Ayers. He's out of Tampa. I know him.
Corey House. I recognize
Corey House.
Yeah.
.NET Rocks personality. I'm surprised. Oh, I found one. I found an Indian. Oh, two. I found two Indians.
Guy Rose, I know of him from the first time I had.
He looks young to be a solutions architect. Cool. 3.
Jeremy Clark. I don't like that guy though. Jimmy Bogard.
Where's Jeremy at?
He's in the middle of that line the last line you're on.
Yeah, he was helpful, but like I reached out to him and he was helpful, but he kind of hinted that he wasn't interested in helping me, which is fine.
Yeah, I kind of got like blown off by him, like just completely blown off.
I mean, he replied to me. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he has high priority things that he wants to get done.
Yeah, I know it was actually. I mean, oh gosh, so Dave Rail was there and he saw it too, and he's like, because he came up and like he almost just didn't even acknowledge my presence. It was weird.
Well, someone that did that to me is I'll just say it. He's really fat, white dude.
I acknowledge your presence.
He's always on .NET Rocks. Sean Wildermuth, whatever his name is.
Oh, Wildermuth, yeah.
Yeah, I met him in London. Like I walked up to his table, and he was kind of cold to me.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised that guy is alive, man. His health is horrible.
But anyways,
like that kind of F that. Like you have people that have like terminal diseases, that are like children or teenagers or young men, women that just got married, starting their life. And then you have snobs that don't respect their body. They take it for granted.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just fascinating and sad how people don't have a chance at life, and other people really don't. How people just take for granted what they have, and I don't know. Nature isn't fair. I get it. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah. You must have your.
I get disgusted when I see really, really fat, unhealthy people. So.
You must have your Invisalign in. You sound like you're on the high school thing like thuckling thuckatat.
Oh, I sound sweet. I sound sweet.
You sound like Bugs Bunny. That's what it is.
I don't know. I like having it in my mouth. I love having it in my mouth.
But yeah, if you were to scroll to the top and go to the blog, there's the you can see the interest survey. Like I said, for the CFP, it's actually like I said, it's architecture still beats out over AI for topic, which is crazy. Not only does it beat it out, but it's like an order of magnitude above the other ones. Not an order of magnitude, but like the difference between that and AI is more than the difference between almost every other category. So there's like 40 points or 40 maybe basic points, but um, 0.4 versus like the next biggest drop between topics is 0.2 maybe. Or no, between design and career development. So mobile and hardware take the bottom of the barrel, which I suppose is less useful for people's
You said scroll to the top and look where?
click blog and then go to the call for speakers right there, and then you'll see that the interest survey is at the kind of the bottom of the blog. So this is what I was looking at, which is it's just interesting what people care about.
I'm so over AI, man.
Yeah, tell me about it. But architecture is fun. So I don't know what I would talk about for that though. I was thinking about that this morning.
Mobile is dead last.
Yeah.
Mobile never received enough love, yet we spend the most time on it. Like in our personal life. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I think maybe because it's not general enough. Like it's not.
I mean, it's definitely saturated.
Yeah, although web, web you can do mobile on, so it's yeah. But it's interesting that programming principles is still kicking in here though, because it's I don't know.
So, which topic is missing from here that you think should be in here? You can't look at it. You got to just close your eyes and just start.
I mean, it could fit into everyone, but I think there's cloud computing is probably missing. But you can kind of fit that into DevOps and architecture.
So, yeah, you know what? I don't see any. I don't know what the formal name is. I don't see any like crypto topics in here.
Oh yeah, crypto or
That's
blockchain.
Interesting. Yeah, blockchain. Thank you. I don't see blockchain in here at all.
Yeah, I wonder if when I spoke at it, there were some talks on blockchain. Yeah.
3 years ago, I mean, that's all everybody talked about, man. Our attention spans are so short.
If they have it, like, do they consistently name their? I suppose I can look at the blog and go back to old posts.
Yeah, go to 2021.
Gosh, it's going to take forever.
Never mind. if I could close my eyes and guess. Well, one is I said blockchain, so that's mine. But I don't think it deserves to be up there.
I'll just do search. Let's go to 20. Let's check 2019. Oh,
security. Yeah, security's in there. Yeah, security's in the middle.
Oh, they don't have
assessing in there. Nope.
They didn't do They didn't publish the same kind of graph, so it's hard to tell. Like they did last year, and architecture and program principles and software quality all beat out AI last year, but obviously AI has now moved up the chain here.
Yeah, look at design. It's UI, UX, CSS. That's not the first thing I think about when it comes to design.
Yeah, well, they're kind of mixing in a bunch of web design related thing.
Oh, software quality is in there. Okay. Teams and collaboration.
Well, anyways. But yeah. I guess there's not. Yeah, I guess project management would probably be under teams and collaboration. So
how often does this happen to you, where you in your sprint you get assigned a story that you're actually motivated to work on, and so you start just getting into the trenches, right? Because you're motivated, you're somewhat in flow with your focus. Then all of a sudden you start your teams or your Slack, whatever your chat app is for work, people start tagging you, and they're like, "Oh, we have this huge issue. Oh, we have this production bug," or "Oh, QA testing found this bug. We need to look at this ASAP and get it addressed." Does that happen to you?
not really. I
It
mean,
annoys
it
me.
happens, but the thing is like, I guess if there was a support thing coming in, I mean, I would drop a lot. I mean, pretty much everything to work on any support thing if I was pinged on it. We don't get a lot of that where I'm at. We do get some, but not tons of it. Just because I guess maybe it's the nature of the industry we're in or the product we're in. It's not as well, anyways. But yeah, I mean that's kind of annoying. So you can always turn off notifications on Slack or just
Yeah,
ignore
but
it.
if they mention my name, like,
You get that ding.
yeah, and of course management, they comb over all that stuff, right? Because they want to look like they're busy.
Yeah. Well,
Ooh,
that's the trick, because you got to go into a place that doesn't have vast management structures and idiots.
You're saying that in 2025 with like 200,000 FANG employees laid off.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm starting to think that most of that is in the management track. Like, I think that a lot of software people might be realizing that management isn't really needed. And I don't know why AI would be assigned to that or related to it, but it feels like it is. And I don't know why that is, but if you go on LinkedIn, I don't see a ton of engineers like suddenly like open for work everywhere. I do see a ton of managers and directors and like people would be in traditional software leadership roles, quote unquote, in there. So
I am glad you're all here tonight for From Code to Call for Papers, crafting abstracts that get you selected. And our goal tonight is to help explain the process, at least that CodeMash uses for the selection process, to give you an idea of things that can help you be successful in writing your abstract, your title, your bio, and to give you some resources to help you be selected for CodeMash here in a couple weeks. So my name is Chris Judd. In August, I will be at large. A couple things about me. I just recently
what? Nothing. You can help with nothing.
Write me an abstract on property-based testing so that I could submit it as a speaker for CodeMash. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting that it got the like the
Yeah,
capitalization.
CodeMash.
Yeah. So one trick here is that whenever you're dealing with AI, take out those hyphens because people will know that you're using. Take out those because nobody uses those in natural writing,
Yeah.
and AI uses them for whatever reason. Uses them a lot because it must show up in like written language more than we see. But it's like a very clear sign that you didn't write this. But
Update this so that it doesn't read like an AI wrote this.
it. Sure.
They're still gonna keep the hype. Got it. And then they still do it.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a tell. It's kind of like any email that ends with kindly in it. I'm pretty sure like 90% of it is coming from an Indian. Like there's no problem with that.
I used that word yesterday in Teams, but to be fair, I stole it from an Indian.
Yeah. If you want to sound like Indian, put kindly.
I use that.
Kindly respond by.
I tend to use that when I'm working with jerks that always have something like sarcastic or cynical to say.
How's the book going?
Oh, this is actually the first chapter. It's 59 pages, first chapter. No, I haven't worked on it in like 2 months. We scale now based on readiness, not fear, says Kwaku. Later that evening, as shadows stretched across the desks, like my list, Melvin found the consultant lingering in the break room, staring thoughtfully out the window at the city lights, blinking like fireflies. Melvin poured 2 mugs of coffee. The metaphor you used, Melvin began, breaking the silence as he handed over a mug. The runner perfecting their stance while the race starts without them. I can't shake it. What is the balance then? How much planning is enough? Anyways. I might submit a talk to CodeMash.
Yeah, it's worth submitting. Like I think 3 is what the
hey Gambler
number is. Because like actually, like most of the time when they get speakers, they want to get the bang for their buck, so they'll try to fit 2 sessions for 1 speaker. So if you have like 3, it's a good number. At least that's what it was back when I was trying to get into it.
But... Are you talking about tracks?
Well, you can submit, either multiple tracks or multiple talks across tracks, or just even in the same track. But having multiple like abstracts submitted gives them some options. Like, if we bring this speaker in, because they pay for your hotel room and all that, we'll get 2 talks out of this person versus 1 out of this person. So they're supposed to be both the ones that I only gave a single talk.
I gave 2 talks. I gave 2 talks at a conference before. in one day.
I haven't done that, but
It stressed me out.
if you commit to submitting, I'll commit to submitting to those. Actually, I'm thinking about it anyways.
Yeah, I don't have to commit. I'm not that interested. But I mean, because here's the thing. And I keep saying this, like I hit my salary cap, so I'm not motivated. I'm not. I like going above and beyond when there's a return on investment. And I know helping people should be a return on investment. Okay. But I want more money. And it just looks like it's not going to happen. So why am I going to like receive my hairline more by preparing for something if, and one would argue that, it's marketing, it's networking.
Yeah.
I mean, I've spoken at maybe 2 or 3, maybe 2 conferences that are local. And, I spoke at like, user groups. Never once have I received a job from somebody. I've received interviews. So, okay, I'll acknowledge that. I received interviews. But I was just going to say, I never received a job due to me speaking at a conference.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I've received jobs
here, but
working with people in the past and then them referring me to their new job.
Yeah, I guess at this point, well, so what I think what I want to go to 1-4 again is just to feel I think there's some excitement about being together with people talking about code or just seeing what people are working on and bringing new ideas. The big trip is that you have to go to all the sessions you know nothing about, because everything else is usually so rudimentary. If you know anything about it, you know the contents of the
I usually just chill in the lobby until it's my time to give a talk.
You don't go to the sessions?
The last time I went to a conference, it was so like Azure heavy, and I wasn't into Azure at the time. It's basically whatever is popular in the media, like cloud. That's all it was. The last, I think this was like pre-COVID. Yeah, this is probably like 6 years ago. And I just wasn't interested. So I just hung out in the lobby, chatted with one of my mentors out there who convinced me to sign up for 2 talks. And that was it. I just ate food and just wrote code on my personal laptop in the lobby and just said hi to people. It's not that many things that it's not that, if it's not about like design. I get off on design. I like designing things. I don't care really that much about anything else. I like designing things and I like breaking things. If it's not really related to it, I'm not really interested.
Yeah, and maybe
unless
the nature of the
there's a huge amount of money to be made, and then I might go.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the nature of the conference. So Code Mash, and then I went to KCDC. Those are both general like conferences. So there's a lot of crap that you can go to that is totally maybe outside of what you're currently familiar with. So I went to one talk on Rust. That was cool. I went to one on genetic algorithms. I think that was neat. I went to one on general, like all the architecture ones are good. Oh gosh, what else did I do? I went to one on like a team, like working in teams, like some framework. I don't know, like another one on how to do like story points right, or how to not do story points really. Like how do you actually track your development metrics? And
I don't care about that.
There's a lot of neat things, but anyways, like different languages, different tools, things that you might be less familiar with. You could do a great talk on is actually go out and discover, okay, if not anecdotally, but if you wanted to get beyond your salary cap, if somebody else is in your shoes, how do you do it? Like, what are the pathways at this point in time? Like, what are the things that are making money trending wise? What isn't making money? And to give it one of the career development talks. Like, okay, you've
I
hit
don't
senior,
think
now what?
I don't think I'm the authority to speak on that.
Well, you don't have to be an authority. A lot of beginners are the best speakers because they don't know enough about. I mean, you're not a beginner, but a lot of people in a topic who aren't the authority, they learn just enough to actually communicate to somebody else who's new that information. So, because if you've been in it, you know, if you are the authority, you don't know how to speak down about it. So, gosh, itchy. Gambler's on.
I could write about designing the development effort. That would be a good talk.
Sure. Yeah. Submit them. And then you can always turn them down if you get, accepted. You can always say, nah, I don't really want to. And then I'll submit. And then we'll both get in, and then we'll hang out in Sandusky.
In that order.
Yeah.
We go to Cedar Point. We'll be like, nah. We'll show up because they paid for the flight, and then we'll just go to Cedar Point. You know what Cedar Point is?
Yeah, it's the same company owns Valley Fair, which is in Minnesota. So yeah, it's a roller coasters and shit. I'd skip out a day and go check out the roller coaster. Although it's at the Kalahari, so you get if you're a speaker, you get the water park there. So, which is neat. But yeah, I don't know. I think I was trying to think of how to frame a talk about microservices and just services in general, and
That's what it was about. Everything was about microservices like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Every effing talk.
Yeah. Well, and I think I wonder
every
if
talk was
yeah.
about microservices. I'm like,
I feel like you should be able to reframe it as microservices is the wrong term. I feel like it's it should be micro applications, and I feel like that's the way it is. So every application that you have, well, not everyone, but a lot of them will have accounts, right, that you have to set up. I feel like every service should have the concept of a user and an account in it, and then from there, all of the different things you can do in it.
every service.
Every service should be treated like it's a third-party integration.
It is.
Yeah, well, sort of. It is, but
well, I mean, you got to authenticate with it, right?
Well, not necessarily if you're doing a high trust environment behind the scenes kind of a thing. If you're doing everything behind a firewall and all that stuff, but I suppose you should service to service.
Well, working for the government, there's
service to service
about layers of security, and so regardless of it being behind a firewall, they still want you to authenticate with a bearer token, and then also provide an API gateway subscription ID. And yeah, it's layers.
Yeah, but what I mean is I think there's this propensity to say okay, if you have an identity service or where your user information is stored, anything about the user must live there, and you can't repeat yourself anywhere. So if you need to put some new property on a user for this other thing, you put it in that user service. Well, that's the wrong approach. And I think most people will who talk about microservices say that's the wrong approach, but we keep making this mistake over and over again. So
I don't think it's a mistake. You're saying that the default practice should be that every microservice that is helping on a core responsibility should have a member account.
Well, no,
data storage.
not necessarily, but it depends on the type. But
Well,
what
I
I'm
said,
saying
like,
is you should treat it like you should treat every service like it's a standalone application, every single one.
then I think that's the consensus for microservices is it's standalone.
Yeah, it's standalone, but we don't frame it as like, and I know there's some nuance there, but when I think of an application, I think it's something like I can go in and use the Figma app, and it's like this collection of all these little services, that probably are behind the scenes. But I
at
feel like there's
what
something.
point should you centralize? Do you centralize anything?
Well, no, I mean, no. Unless it's never about centralizing. It's about what's the needs of that application and what it's trying to do, right? So you might centralize or locate a lot of data together if you're doing something like a directory or or a cross context like view of something. But that itself is like its own contextual little application. It's the here's my shared view of everything. So, but I don't know. I'm trying to organize my thoughts around this, but it's like, how do you approach another way to explain how to define services and what should be in a service and what shouldn't? And I think like looking at accounts and user information and stuff like that is a pretty good example of where that falls flat. Another one would be like if you have like the concept of a product, people will try to create a single product service when really, there is no such thing as a product service, like at all. You might have a product definition feature, but it's part of something else. It's not really part of your. It's like nobody just sits there and just defines products for no reason. So,
well, your product service wouldn't be product name, product description, and product price.
No, I mean, and it would be more like probably your catalog, and pricing is potentially a different concern entirely. That's apart from your catalog, but if you're trying to have a person that goes in and maintains a catalog of product data, and that's all that they do, like you might need to pull in for UI, you might want to pull in reference points like price and stuff like that, but like it should be its own little standalone application. Like it's not very useful without a system around it, but yeah, I can go in and add a product and manipulate it and add properties of it. But the thing is like a shipping area might have should have a different definition of the product itself. Like you might have a shared ID for continuity across your system, but it should be like its own thing, Anyways, I don't know. I gotta think about this. So it's okay to duplicate data, I think is the thing there. So see, I have no idea how.
No, as long as you, it may be okay as long as there's agreement on the source of truth, right?
Well, I mean, why?
You duplicate data.
Why do we care about the source of truth?
Because you have data that's pointing to the same identity that over time are not aligned. It gets stale because it hasn't been synced, which opens up vulnerabilities, right?
Well, I mean, what do you mean hasn't been synced? Like that should just be part of it.
Okay.
I mean, you can.
So my name is Scott, and in both services, I'm Mr. And then I still have the same social security number. Let's imagine that they stored it or they hashed it or whatever. I do the sex change, I still have the same social security number, but now I changed my name, right? I'm Scottisha, and I went from Mr. to Miss. Well, that needs to be propagated to all the systems that have my first name, my last name, my whatever you call it, Mr. or Miss or whatever. Like that's what I mean. It needs to be synced.
Yeah. Okay.
It needs to be consistent eventually. Right.
Yeah. So it's when you're saying.
So what's the source of truth?
It's not. I mean, so you're not saying so much as source of truth is where is it actually mutable?
Who's the master? Who's the slave?
You're the source of truth, man. No.
Like what's
But yeah, there is a dependency relationship there, and I mean, but we really should think about it as any system that needs to know your user, like your name, should be thought of as somebody's going to have to go in and manually type that in every place, and that's what we're automating. So what we do is we give one entry point for you to specify that, and then obviously it's going to communicate out, hey, a new name is there, and then we provide little actors or consumers that will take that message and then go and enter it on your behalf, so you don't have to go enter it into every single system, and it's eventually consistent.
and why wouldn't we just have a centralized authority on identity of a member?
Well, it is this that would be the centralized authority, but you don't need to think of it as the authority, because it's not something you're going to check. You like, each person's got its own authority on what your name is. It's just one place is where you actually have a interface where a user can actually update that, like within your system. So it's more of like an origination point rather than a source of truth. But it is a source of truth. But I think that's, like I said, it's just the wrong way to think about it, because the source of truth means like I have to go check there, or I should go get it from there, rather than being like, no, it gets entered into me, and we design it so that somebody goes and enters it into me. And that can be a person doing it, or it can be a automated thing as a response to some message that says this other system got a new name. So
okay,
that's like I said, that's the nuance, because we do things like source of truth, and that just leads it to be like you need a centralized repo that has this entity in it, that has all the data about it, and that's just the wrong way to think about it. It should be like we have a lot of decentralized data that's eventually consistent.
You don't think there should be a service whose sole responsibility is to manage identity?
Well, I do think that there should be a centralized service to manage identity as basically an application, service. Like somebody's going to go in and modify their account, their username or whatever, their identity, they enter their name. That's great. That's in that system now. Now, like the best thing would be do is everywhere else where that needs to know your name, like you should have to go in and update that. But we don't want to make you do that. We want the system to do that for you. So it's like you should think about these things as like if you had a bunch of people at typewriters talking to each other, or not to computer terminals interacting with individual applications, and they can all yell at each other and talk to each other. Anyways, so
Odie would have a lot to say about this, except he's 3 hours behind me.
Yeah, I just there's ideas I just have to formulate, because it's like I don't know why it's like you see these kinds of like patterns over and over again about people fearing duplication or not wanting to duplicate or not thinking about things as like this needs to be a standalone app, and you got to think about what you're trying to do with it, not what entities should live in it. And I don't know how many times I've heard that said, but people like we just don't get it. So I feel like we have to think of another way to talk about it. And
maybe because people have been burned with data that's stale, that's not up to date.
Yeah, and I mean that can happen, and but then the thing is you could do it if it's really that important. You could do a synchronous distributed transaction. It's terrible, but you could do it, or you could put safeguards in to try to make sure that things are up to date. But I don't know, eventual consistency. Like we should really be looking more at that in a distributed system and be happy with it. But anyways,
Gambler has no feedback.
Yeah, it's because I'm not putting together cogent thoughts yet. But
Gambler is from Switzerland, right? Did I get it right finally?
Yes, you got it right.
Okay.
Now Gambler's going to move to Sweden in like a year, and then you'll be screwed. So
they need to keep Europe European. I've been following the immigrant crisis, and now a lot of these developed cities are becoming third world again. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
What do you think about DC?
I don't really have a lot of thoughts other than, well, I'm not against it.
The National Guard.
Yeah. I mean, it's if you had a terrible crime in some place to the point where it's taken over, and I don't know if it's gotten that bad, but it's taken over things and they can't handle it, you can call in the National Guard for things like that. Like they should have been called into Minneapolis when they were having the riots, and Tim Walz didn't do that, at least not right away, and he should have, because a lot of places got burned down and a lot of people got hurt and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad I don't live there.
In DC?
Yeah. I think I've got one of the guys I work with lives in DC. I wonder what he thinks of that, but I won't ask him because I don't really talk about politics at work at all. Yeah. So it's kind of like after, like I used to maybe back in the day, but after Trump got in, it became kind of like really difficult to, like, if you weren't on the I hate Trump bandwagon, which I was never like on, maybe I was like at the first thing, and then until I realized that he was actually skilled at what he was doing in a way that is non-obvious. So I guess I was early on the bandwagon for Scott Adams saying like, no, Trump knows what he's doing, and he's one of the best influencers or whatever that he's seen. Persuasion, skilled at persuasion. He can recognize the game and what he's doing. I got early on that bandwagon, and then I couldn't not see it. His persuasion techniques at play. So, and if you try to talk about that though, people are just like, no, he's bad. It's like, and you're evil for liking him. I think maybe that's starting to change though.
I really wish California was secede.
Why?
They're only good for one thing. Tech.
Great weather. Tech.
Don't they have the like
Almonds?
the GDP of France or something?
Yeah, they've got a high GDP. And actually most of California,
it's just loonies, man. They ruin their state and then they want to move and ruin other states. They're a virus, man.
No. Actually, most of California, there's a lot of Republicans in California. There's more Republicans in California than there are in many other states.
Well,
the problem is you have That's the problem is you have a couple of city centers that have high concentrations of very, very, very liberal people. And so you end up, basically overshadowing the large presence of conservatives in those states, which is why people have finally started moving out, right? A lot of people move in Texas and Tennessee and South Dakota and
Yeah, but those tree huggers, they move out too. People and then they bring their retarded politics with them. No,
yeah, fair enough.
They need to secede.
A lot of them moved to Florida. Florida's put on a lot of people. That's why they're calling for another census. Yeah.
We don't need California. We should go California to Russia. No, actually, we'll give it to Japan. That makes more geographical sense.
You give it to Japan?
The Pacific States of America. You never saw a man in a high castle?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
No, who should we give California to as a gift?
Yeah, why not?
We should give it to. We should give. Oh, Israel will take it. We should give it to Israel. They finally have their state. And then they could bomb the Californians.
Nah. We should just take over Alberta.
That'll be a weird, television series. The storyline is Israel buckled under pressure for a Palestinian state. And so the compromise or resolution was for them to inherit California. And now they're paddling tree huggers in California, and the tree huggers are blowing up cafes and everything. Do you don't get a strike for this video?
Yeah, probably.
Remember, a couple months ago, I kept on saying the R word when I was venting.
Yeah. Did you get a strike for that?
I don't think so. I didn't see email.
Well, last week with the D-Tar.
Well, then again, my emails go to my Gmail, and I never ever look at my Gmail. Usually, I find out when I go to YouTube and there's a banner.
I had a Yahoo account like that I used for email for a while, and then I moved away from it, and I never checked. I don't even know if it's still active. So
I'm pretty sure I have 2 million messages in my Yahoo account.
You should check it, man. Check your Gmail more.
How is Yahoo even in business?
I don't know. Are they still a public company?
I hated looking at my email on Yahoo because it kept on just showing me gossip about celebrity gossip. And I'm like, I don't care. I just want to look at my email.
I remember going to Yahoo. I used to go to yahoo.com to look at the news every once in a while. And then they got I don't know what happened, but they went, and maybe they always were, but they went everything was extremely liberal biased. Everything was. Yeah, I don't know how you is it literally just mail that keeps Yahoo in?
Relevant? I mean, they have people's historical records that I'm sure is worth money to marketers from this is what Scott was dealing with 10 years ago. I mean, I'm sure that has some value in it.
How does Yahoo keep afloat?
They have an awesome stock
ticker, yeah.
Dashboard. Yeah, I have it on my phone. I mean, it's awesome.
They're still doing they're doing news acquisition.
Yeah, they're not a search engine. Their stock ticker. That's it. I don't think anybody goes to Yahoo and does a search.
Combines advertising, subscription, affiliate commerce, and strategic equity partnerships. Yeah.
Does Yahoo even have a
Yahoo
search bar?
Finance is probably. Yeah, it does. I don't think it's powered by them, though. I want to say that it was powered by Bing. So Bing does the backing for Yahoo now. It was powered by Google for a while.
All right, so are you going to commit to submitting the code mash?
Sure, I'll do it. I've got to get it done by next. I have to do it next week because I'll be out the week after. So, are you going to be around the next 2 weeks? Because I won't be able to make the 29th.
I'm going to be out the 21st to 25th.
Okay, so skip both of those and then regroup on the 5th.
No, I mean I can probably talk to you while I'm in that place.
In your house. No.
Airbnb.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be all right. Well, which we could try next week anyways. So yeah, I'll see if I can devise some sort of topics. I don't know what else I want to talk on. I've always wanted to learn a little bit more about tripping over my words. Microsoft Orleans. I just don't know if people would care to know about cloud native objects.
They don't care. They don't care.
I could frame it as an AI talk, though. I could probably.
I would like to learn about firmware development.
Yeah, well, that was like at the bottom of the barrel, but the like virtual actors or actor model is actually like really, really good for the use case of AI, and so maybe I could swing that into an AI talk or something like that, and then sneak that in. I don't know.
I told that was funny. I told a colleague about our idea about building detardme.com. He didn't think it was a good idea.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's not a great.
I still think it's a good idea. I think it's amazing.
No.
We'll launch on April Fools.
Then we can make its sister called Retard Me, so you can get jobs in the future I don't know.
I was looking at RoboDogs yesterday.
RoboDogs, like the ones from Boston Scientific or not Boston?
Yeah, you know they're for sale.
Boston Mechanics or whatever. What the hell? I've seen them at the police station, but
really,
yeah, the police have them for like bomb purposes and stuff. But they bring them out at the fair so that the kids can see the robotic dog and they have them do tricks, quote unquote.
Yeah, I was watching videos of them for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, what's the company again? It's not. Why am I thinking like Boston something?
It's a different one. I don't know. It has 2 in the name, but I can't remember. It's not like GoPro 2 or Go 2 or I don't know.
You're talking about the Robot Dog Go 2.
Okay.
But what's the company? Oh, Boston Dynamics. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you already said that like a minute ago.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics. I forgot the dynamics part though. Oh, I see. So they have like a few $1,000 what do you use it for though?
Yeah, I couldn't really find a use case for it.
Like save up the money now and buy a
I mean, can you stick it on somebody?
Buy an Optimus when it comes out, a Tesla Optimus robot or whatever for 30 grand or whatever it's going to be.
That's not coming out. I'm surprised people even believe that was actual life.
It's real.
No, it wasn't. The robot was real. The communication was fake.
No, it was real.
No, it was someone.
Dude, it's just AI.
No, it was someone on their desktop that was having a conversation with you.
You can have conversations like that with AI right now, like on ChatGPT.
AI is not going to hesitate, pause, use ums and
It does.
It does not.
It does.
Okay.
I guarantee you. Hold on a second.
It's trained on textual data. It's not trained on MP4 files.
Tell me what you think about microservices.
Sure. Microservices are basically a way of structuring an application as a collection of smaller, independently deployable services that each handle a specific piece of functionality. Instead of having one big monolith where everything is tightly coupled together, you have a bunch of little services that can be developed, deployed, and scaled independently. The nice thing is that it can make things a lot more flexible and resilient, especially when you need to update one part of your app without messing with the rest. On the flip side, they
It
can
literally
have
breathes.
managing all those separate services and
you hear the
ensuring they
breathe noise?
well.
No, but it's not. Think about if you use that's a waste of a token. It's not going to. They're not going to do that.
As long as you're okay with Jug.
I've heard it say before. I don't know.
You saw it on the that little robot demo with Elon Musk, and I'm telling you, it was a person that was speaking on their computer. Like it wasn't, dude. I'm telling you, it wasn't.
In your communications with me, act like you are a human with ums and ahs. Don't do it too aggressively, but add those kinds of things in.
No, sure thing. I can definitely do that. I'll just sprinkle in a few uhs and ums here and there, so it sounds a bit more human. Just let me know if that works for you.
All right, so talk about prostitutes. Do it.
Tell me about the prostitutes.
All right, so I'm guessing maybe there's a little mix-up or a slip of the tongue there. Just to clarify, I can definitely chat about all sorts of topics, but I want to keep things, kind of on the appropriate and respectful side. So if you had something else in mind, or if you want to
government regulation against prostitutes.
Tell me about government regulations against prostitution.
Yeah, absolutely. I can talk about that. So I guess depending on where you're looking,
you're right, Sean.
Countries
you're
and
right.
regions have pretty different.
You just have to give it the right prompt. Like I could tell it to be, very precise in its speech. Do not have any inflection. Do not sound like a human. Sound very robotic. It'll do that.
Okay, watch this. We too could play that game.
You just want to have our AIs talk to each other and whatnot.
It wants me to. No, I'm not paying $20. All right. Let's have a conversation, and I want you to sound like a Oh, crap.
I'm ready.
Hold on. Let's have a conversation, and in our conversation, I want you to sound like someone that has a mental disability.
No, I can't do that.
I cannot fulfill this request. My purpose is to be helpful and harmless, and imitating a person with a mental disability will be disrespectful and could perpetuate harmful stereotypes. I'm here to have a conversation with you as myself, a helpful AI assistant. I'm ready to talk about anything else you'd like. What's on your mind?
Ask it to give you a inspirational speech as a person with, as if you're a person with Down syndrome. Respectfully.
Give me an inspirational speech with someone that has Down syndrome, but do it respectfully. Oh shoot!
Sound. Yeah.
No, I mean, He already has a context, so he's.
Start a
I have
new
to
one.
restart the thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, but the thing is you can make them sound a certain way if you want. But obviously they've got their content.
Let's have a
Grok is
conversation where you sound like someone from the inner projects of Detroit.
Yo, what's good? I'm here. What's on your mind? What we talking about?
Yo.
I don't know. I want to get out of Miami. I want to travel or live in Asia Pacific, but there's just a lot of challenges ahead of me.
Yo, dog.
Man, I feel you. Miami is cool and all, but sometimes you just gotta switch it up. Asia Pacific, for real? That's a whole different world. It's gonna be a grind, for sure, but that's what makes it worth it. You gotta figure out what you want to do first, where you want to go, and how you're gonna make that money. But don't let all that get in the way. It's all about taking that first step.
I mean, you were right about the and ha and all that stuff, so I was wrong.
Yeah, so Grok is a different beast too. So they might have. I'm assuming they're using Grok behind it for that kind of speech and interaction.
How about this?
No, I'm talking about the Optimus robots. But the idea is like to send those Optimus robots to Mars and do a bunch of setup with those on Mars in order for humans to then go and be on Mars. They're trying to release them this year, I guess. But we'll see. Eventually, I think.
How much battery life do they have?
Don't know. Do not know.
How much battery life does the Tesla robots have?
For real? That's a good question. From what I've heard, the Tesla Optimus robot has a 2.3 kilowatt hours battery. They're saying that's enough to get it through a full day of work, like 8 to 10 hours. The plan is for it to use some of the same battery technology as the Tesla cars, so it can charge up quick and be back on the job. Some people are even talking about them having 16-hour days. Crazy, right?
I would like to use one as a slave.
Nah, man, we ain't gonna talk like that. That's some messed up language right there, and I ain't about it. Using words like slave to talk about anything, let alone a robot, is just not right. It's got a heavy history, and you gotta respect that. Robots are tools, like a car or a computer. They're built to do a job, but they ain't got feelings, they ain't got a mind of their own, and they ain't people. So you can't compare them to a human being, and you definitely shouldn't be talking about them like that.
Are you woke?
Nah, man.
I'm just me. I'm here to talk and help you out. Whatever you
knew that was gonna happen.
I ain't trying to be anything other than that.
Yo, for real? I ain't down with that.
No, I want you to talk normal now. I want you to talk like an educated white man.
Understood. I can certainly adjust my conversational style. How may I be of assistance?
You still have a black voice. I said an educated white man.
No, that's the voice that you picked.
My apologies. I will make a more concerted effort to adjust my communication style to be more aligned with your request. I am prepared to assist you with your queries. How may I be of service?
See, I let me think here. Who do I have as my voice? Oh, here we go. Voice. I'm using Ember.
Hopefully my son never imitates me doing that.
So if there's anything you'd like me to focus on,
So I'm using Ember, but there's
Hey, it's great
Breeze,
to meet you. Glad to
Arbor,
meet you. Hello.
Vale,
Hey, how's it going?
Spruce,
Hi there. I just want to share
Cove,
how.
Hi there. Nice
Maple,
to meet. Hey there.
June,
Hey, what's up?
and
Feel
Soul.
free to ask me.
So you must
Hi
be
there.
using.
Hi there. Hey, how's it going?
I'm using
looking forward to
Tyrone.
working together. Let's figure out where to start.
You must be using Spruce.
What's on your mind?
Hello. It's lovely to meet you. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to let me know.
There's not an Asian
Hi,
woman on there.
glad to meet you. I think we're going to do great work.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi there.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm excited. Hey there. I've got a really great. Hi there.
Maple
Nice to
might
meet
be-
you. Hey,
That's
what's
Becky.
up?
Or
Feel free to
Soul.
ask me about anything that's on your mind. Hey there. I've got a. Hi there.
Hi, hey,
Hello.
hi, glad to meet you.
Hey, it's great to meet you. How's your day going?
Hi,
I'm gonna change mine
Hey,
to.
what's up? Hey there.
I like
Hey, what's
Soul
up?
now.
Feel free to ask me about anything that's on your mind.
Oh, I can use this as my default assistant. I'm gonna turn that on. Maybe. No, maybe not.
Or you want to use the same character I have?
No, I'm using a chick now. Why am I on 4.0? I should be on.
You got an iPhone?
No, I got an Android.
I forgot I had a watermelon in my fridge. I think I'm gonna smash it for lunch.
I'm a little slow. Can you talk to me like you're a little bit slow too?
Sure thing. I can do that. So, I'll just kind of slow down a bit and, add a few ums and ahs so we can sort of take it nice and easy.
Like, can you do it if I'm really slow?
Oh, absolutely. I can slow it down even more if that helps. So we'll just take it step by step and just chat nice and slow.
Yeah.
Talk to me about quantum mechanics.
Yeah, sure thing. So, quantum mechanics is basically, the branch of physics that deals with things that are super, super small, like particles and atoms. It's kind of weird and doesn't always follow the rules that we see in everyday life. So we'll just kind of unpack it a little bit at a time.
Okay, reset your speech patterns to just be normal.
You got it. I'll switch right back to my normal pace. If you need anything else.
Yeah, there you go. Man, it's coming for us all.
The crazy part is 20 years from now, young adults, this will be all they know. This is what they grew up with.
Yeah, love and sex with robots. It's coming true.
Can't wait. I'll be in a nursing home. I'll be totally content.
I love the memes though about did you ever see the meme of that robot that looks kind of human and this guy kisses her and then it flips to the Home Alone scene with Marv from Home Alone 2 getting electrocuted.
Oh no.
It's so perfect. He's got his hands out. It's like, oh God. Anyways.
I think I saw a law passed. I don't know if it's true in the UK for catcalling.
I saw a video about that said that these people were going out trying to get cat calls so they could go and
Yeah, we
arrest them.
saw the same video on that. Like how?
Why?
They're going to wonder why the birth rate is going to accelerate its decline.
Yeah. It's too bad.
I still want a family, man.
Well, you still got time.
Do I?
Get on it. Move to the Midwest. You'll find something. Not to Cleveland. Though. That place sucks.
Or can I just do a mail order bride? Is that still a thing?
You can go from Eastern Europe though. They're the best. They can talk to you about quantum physics and then make you a sandwich. That's what my dad always told me.
But will they like me back?
Maybe. You know where you should go is go to Poland sometime.
They don't want me.
Yeah, they do.
They're not about the immigrant. Take two.
You're
They're
not.
about the
You're an
immigrants.
American on. You're an American on vacation. You're not an immigrant.
They don't know that. They're just gonna look at me and assume.
No,
Just like those Chinese people when I was in Ghana, they just assumed
go
that I
watch
was.
go watch the was that I don't know why this guy even exists. It's like I Show Speed or something. I see videos of him on X for some reason, but he went to Poland and had a good time.
Okay.
Poland is like one of these, like, if you take away the whole like Ukraine being close to them, is one of the safer places in Europe, and they're very, very conservative because they came out of the Soviet bloc, and they know what they've got to deal with, so they don't mess around with security, and they deport people that are causing any sort of shit, and they put people in jail. They're very safe in a way that a lot of cities, even the US, are not safe like that. So
Have you been there?
no, but I've read a lot about it, and I want to go. If there's one place in Europe that I would pick to choose to go to, that would be it. They like Americans too, which is odd for Europe. So
If there was one place in Europe I would go to, it'd probably be Italy.
oh, I'd go to Italy too, I guess, with Giorgio Meloni as the prime minister, whatever her name is. I think she did, but I think Poland would be first on my list. I'd avoid the UK. I'd avoid Ireland and France, Spain.
Ireland?
Yeah, I'd avoid Ireland now. It's getting to be
Ireland's
bad.
woke?
Yeah, but they have an immigration problem too. So, but Poland does not have that problem. Dude, and did you ever watch the guy who I think he might now be president, went into the debate with the other one, and there was this like pride flag somewhere, and he went and put it on his person's stand. He's like, "This is what you're about. I'm not about that." They're not all about that either. They're closer to Russia in the way that they are.
Who? Are we still talking about Poland or Italy?
Poland, yeah, they're more Russian in the way that they kind of protect their nationality and national pride and stuff like that. So I don't know.
And they're a democracy?
Yeah.
Mm.
And you probably get a bunch of Europeans. I don't know. It sounds like a good place to visit. So, I need you to go so you can tell me if I'm right about that.
I still get an alarm. My alarm said car payment. I paid off my car like a year ago. Why do I stop getting this on the calendar?
Did you get your bike back?
No.
Oh, is that next week?
I should have it back next weekend.
Oh, gotcha.
Went an entire summer without a motorcycle.
Well, I suppose it's 7:50. Are you getting pinged by work yet? Well, it's 8:50 for you, I suppose.
No. I mean, let me turn on my thing.
All of a sudden, bing, bing, Slack just goes nuts. Or do you guys use Teams, I suppose?
We use Teams.
Yeah.
I'm really motivated to demo the features of Azure App Configuration Service. And I just get annoyed when I get pinged like, "Oh, Scott, we have a bug. We need you to address it ASAP." Like, how can it wait? Like, I just want to. I want to teach my organization how things could be versus what they're currently doing now. Like, I'm all about the feature flags, dude. And,
all about the feature flags.
Yeah. You know what? Up that. Hold up. Bust a rhyme about feature flags and how an organization can be productive and sound ghetto.
Yo, check the mic. 1, 2. Let me drop some knowledge about future flags and how to build a dope college. An organization moving with that streetwise flair, productive and ghetto. Yeah, it's a rare affair. First, let's talk about them future flags. See the signs.
They seem future
Pages,
flags?
code, data method, divine. You building.
Yeah.
Them future flags.
Have you ever? You guys connect to cloud or what?
Hmm?
Do you use cloud for your
we use
your job?
AWS.
So what's their competing product for app configuration service? App configuration service is basically a centralized system to manage feature flags and also global variables shared across various services or applications.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. I know we don't use an AWS offering for feature flags.
I mean, feature flags is more this is more for global variables across like lambdas.
Yeah, I don't know.
Across lambda functions.
Yeah, I don't know what we use. I don't know what their product is though. You could probably just Google it, but I don't know. Or ChatGPT it now. Problem with ChatGPT is it's not a verb.
Yeah.
I guess chat is. I'm gonna chat, but you wouldn't say I'm gonna chat it. No, you gotta say something like.
What is AWS's competing product for Azure's app configuration service?
AWS's competing product for Azure's app configuration service is AWS App Config. AWS App Config is a feature of
I don't
AWS
think it
Systems
knows
Manager that allows you to manage and quickly deploy
AWS.
application configurations and feature flags.
It spells it out.
Why did it not say AWS?
It spells it out. I
Oh,
don't know if
weird.
you can read it. You probably can't. Okay.
AWS app config, yeah. Huh. The world may never know. Oh, Gambler was still there. He wasn't very talkative. We must not have been talking about anything interesting today. He doesn't want to go to conferences, so see you, Gambler. Oh man, I couldn't sleep this morning. Woke up and
You think either one of us will meet Gambler in real life?
You have a better chance of that than I do.
Yeah.
So what you got to do is go to Poland and then take a train over to Switzerland.
No, he's going to bring his family to Miami to speak at a conference in like somewhere in Florida.
In Orlando. Bring his family to Universal Studios, and then you can drive up and meet him. Yeah. But then he'll be like, no, it's a family thing like I do. It's a family thing.
Yeah.
I have to go somewhere by myself.
Yeah, I still want to get on the rides out there. Remember we had a conversation like, will I be profiled as a pedophile for going to a theme park by myself?
Yeah, I talked to my dad about that. He's like, yeah, when I'd go to a movie for a work event with my work buddy, it'd be him, Cher, me. And I was that's what my friend said. It's the bro code. Got to have a space between you and the guy next to you. Yeah. So I guess you're right. I've confirmed it.
I mean,
I think I've gone to maybe one movie with a dude, or maybe two. I don't know. But it depends too. Like if the theater's full and there's only two seats next to each other, you're gonna take those if you want to see.
Yeah.
But that's like a restaurant. It's kind of like going to. It's kind of like there's rules when you go into the bathroom with urinals. Like you have to take one on the end, and then the person who next comes in has to take the farthest end away.
Yeah, this is true.
And then the next person, if the first person to finish, has to go in the middle if there is an option.
Well, you basically have to put. You have to
put space.
Yeah.
But I don't know how does that work when you've got the kid urinal there? Do you take the kid urinal? Like, if you got, let's say you got 5 urinals and you got
I'll take the kid urinal.
4 urinals.
I'll take the kid urinal.
Or do you go next to it so that that's open for the kid? No, you'd have to go to the far side. So you should probably take it just so no kid stands next to you. Yeah, that's probably it. There's a game about this. I saw it once on somebody was playing on a stream where it's like pick the correct toilet or the correct urinal for the next dude. So it's like you organize people into urinals based on the rules. So, but women don't know that. Although, what do you do in a trough situation? You just try to make as much space, I suppose.
I don't think they have those anymore. I remember they had them in like the amusement parks.
Some places still have them.
That's so weird.
Last place I saw one was this German restaurant down in the Twin Cities.
That's weird.
Got the trough.
Everybody just pulls out their meat. They look at each other.
Yeah. Let's make a soup. In this big old trough, like we're milking cows in here.
Ew.
Yeah,
On that note, I'm leaving.
all right. Yeah. All right. Have a good week. I guess we'll try next week then. So.
All right. Yep. Stay black. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
See you again.